Any parent has the idea or that possibility in their head that your child isn't going to be less than normal, but with autism it kind of interferes with so many aspects of your life. Peri is very on the go, so he's sensory seeking, he's self-stimulatory. You should only let them kind of do that for a few moments to self-regulate. But then when you're trying to distract Peri from doing that to do a task, he's not interested in it. And I still don't know whether it's because the level of his autism is severe, or whether it's because I haven't pushed him or done more with him. But I don't have the knowledge either, and they don't kind of, that you go to I've been to so many groups and everything like that, and they give you ideas for this and that, but that's where it stops. But with autism, because the spectrum is so diverse and they appear kind of able, it is hard getting the right help for them, because you don't know yourself, and Peri's non-verbal, well, they say pre-verbal, so you're kind of out there trying to first of all learn about the condition as much as you can, but because they're still using educating them in a system that's 30 years obsolete, and in other countries they're using different therapies, they're meant to be more successful in their opinion, but they're not being used in England. So if you haven't got the money and you're relying on the government's money and their education system, you're a bit stuck and you feel a bit redundant as a parent, because you might find another practice that might be more beneficial to your child, but they're fighting against you because obviously it's not in their advantage to spend more money on your child, because local authorities want to save as much money and be careful with the funds that they have. Your child's just one in 86. Meanwhile, you can just see as your child grows older, he's not regressing as such, but his progress is so much slower than a neurotypical child. You get disappointed in yourself because there's nothing you can do, and you can try and get them into a better school, but they have their agenda, and so you just feel very negative about what's on offer. Peri has got a mental condition, but it seems like when you ask for something to be adapted because of his neurological condition, it's really, really hard to kind of convince them that that's because they can't see it, they just think you're just being neglectful, you're not doing your part as a mother. But if Peri needed a wheelchair and I said, can you give me a ramp, he was having to prove, that he needs this or he needs that. It's very stressful, it's very tiring. So already trying to kind of cope with Peri, and even at school they say even his teacher said to me, he requires one-to-one all the time, I don't know how you do it. But they don't like that kind of human touch, but they want a bear hug. And I was trying to kind of implement a bit of that connection and motivation to get him to speak, so I just decided, I came up with a game one day to sit on him and teach him to say get off. Now I sit on him and he goes, get off, but until he really means it, and then I get off. And as soon as I've got off, he's almost like he's normal for those 2 seconds. He gives me so much eye contact and he's got a massive great big smile, he's pleased to be alive. And then if I walk away, he goes, get off, he wants me to do it again. To me, in when I see him, he kind of speaks his own language anyway. Even when he's not saying much, he's still saying a lot. I can see so many aspects of Peri where he's intellectually quite advanced, and it's just a shame. And they say that intellect seems to be defined by language. He's getting older, and I'm probably not more accepting of his autism, but I suppose I'm more comfortable with the fact that that's Peri. We're kind of together, aren't we now? It's just me and him.